Taking the current job crisis into consideration, a lot of people in the country are in distress, trying to find ways to make quick money. But then again, who doesn't want to wake up tomorrow and have their bank balance multiplied? Whether it's the Lotto, a social media guru promising to double your money, or even just hoping for a miracle raise at work. But let's be honest, if quick money really worked, we'd all be millionaires already. Today I want to talk about why chasing fast cash keeps so many South Africans broke, why consistency is the only way to win, and what the real numbers say about income and wealth in our country. We're not dealing with theory, this is reality. So stick around, I guarantee you there should be something to learn in this video. Let's start with the lottery. Lotto feels exciting because it's hope in a ticket. But here's the truth, about 70% of people who win the lottery lose their money within a year. That means if 10 people won today, 7 would be broke again before next year, October. Why? Because money doesn't change who you are, it only exposes your habits. If you're bad with 1,000 rand, you'll be worse with 10 million. You'll just blow it faster. I mean, we've seen real South Africans win hundreds of millions, and the news was full of their names and faces. But what we don't see is the reality a few years later, where the money is gone, when the friends are gone, and they're left with nothing but regret. Popping up on shows like I Blew It, and everyone knows like that show is crazy. So Lotto isn't a plan, it's a gamble. And if your financial strategy is gambling, you're already planning to lose. Now let's flip it. Instead of gambling, let's talk about 10,000 hours, right? There's a 10,000 hour rule. The idea is simple. It takes 10,000 hours of focused practice to master something. Whether it's cooking, whether it's coding, plumbing, or running a business, anything. Think about it, right? A boxer can't step into the ring without training. Now imagine fighting someone, right? And you don't even know their weight category. You don't even know your weight category. So you don't even know who falls into which class. So you'd get destroyed. The same is true with money and careers. If you don't know your skill set, your strengths, your weight class, then you can't fight. You're basically punching in the dark. But here's the thing. You don't need to hit 10,000 hours before you see progress. Even 20 hours a week over a year can change your life. That's the difference between hoping and building. Now let's talk about money in South Africa. The top 1% make about 200,000 rand a month. That's about 2.4 million a year. They usually have about 6 million rand in wealth. The top 5% earn 62,000 rand a month, which is about 750k a year. Their wealth is about 2 million rand. The top 10% bring in about 35k a month, just over 420k a year, and their wealth sits at 1 million rand. And then the middle line, the top 50%, that's where the average worker is. It's about 18,000 rand a month, which is just over 200k a year. Their wealth is at about 300k. Now what do we mean by wealth? It's easy. It's what you own minus what you owe. If your car is worth 200,000 and it's paid off, that's 200k to your name. If you still owe money on things, that debt gets taken off. If you owe 200k but you own maybe a 2 million rand house, then you're sitting at a 1.8 million rand net worth. Salary is what you earn each month. Wealth is what you built up and kept. So guys, because times are tough, the wolves come out. I'm talking about those clowns on social media. You know the ones, standing in front of rented cars, flashing watches that aren't theirs, spreading cash across the bed like Monopoly notes. And then they say, DM me for mentorship, I'll flip your money. Guys, let me be clear. These are not mentors, they are marketers. They're not building wealth, they're milking desperation. And the sad truth is they get rich off people, not with people. So here's how it works. They flash a lifestyle, you believe it, you give them money, and they vanish. Or worse, they give you just enough to hype you, to keep you hooked, right? Just like, these casinos. If it looks too easy, it's fake. If someone tells you, pay me and I'll show you the shortcut, It's a scam. The only shortcut is consistency. Anyway, let's talk about a quieter trap: complacency. Even if you're not falling for clowns or Lotto, maybe you're sitting at a job waiting for your yearly increase. But here's the thing: those increases are tied to inflation, and inflation eats faster than your raise grows. For example, you might get a 5% increase. Sounds nice, right? But if petrol and food and everything goes up by 7%, you're basically poorer than last year. And that's the treadmill that most South Africans are running on. You're working hard, but not moving forward, And the only way off that treadmill is upskilling, learning something new, adding value and giving value. Because the market doesn't reward loyalty, it rewards growth. Now let's quickly talk about job hopping, right? A lot of people think switching jobs every year is the hack. But sometimes, yes, moving jobs can give a big salary bump. But if you hop without growing, you're just changing scenery. You're not changing your future, and you end up trapping yourself in a high salary that you can't get out of and you can't get another job. But anyway, real power comes from depth. It comes from building expertise, providing consistency, showing you can add value over time. Employers and clients pay for reliability, not just movement. Don't confuse activity with progress. It should be clear that quick money is an illusion. A lot of Lotto winners lose it, the majority of them. Social media clowns fake it. Government raises and company raises. Those raises barely keep up with inflation, and job hopping without strategy leaves you stuck. Real wealth, on the other hand, it's slow, it's steady, and it's boring. It's hours of practice, it's saying no to scams, it's staying consistent, and it's learning a skill and getting paid for it again and again. And that's the real flex: stability, not hype. Our bank accounts tomorrow are shaped by our discipline today. If we start small and stick with it, the climb is guaranteed. If we keep looking for shortcuts, then the crash is also guaranteed. So the choice is obviously ours. Now, if this video ever reaches you, here's my challenge to you: stop chasing noise, stop waiting for luck, stop believing these clowns that come through here in our DMs, and stop sitting still. Pick up a skill, practice it, stay consistent, and watch what happens in a year or two. Quick money is a lie. Consistency is the truth. And if you don't believe me, check back in a year or two and see where your choices have taken you. Thanks for watching.